What's up, guys? Coach Joshua here again. So, for this week's blog, I want to talk a little bit about nutrients. Actually, not specific, well, I guess nutrient specific somewhat. I want to talk about carb loading because I've had people bring it up and they wonder, what is it? Is it necessary? When do you do it? Why do you do it? All that kind of stuff. So I thought I'd just try to break it down simple and fairly as short as possible. Carb loading is typically when you are going to give your body a carb refeed and refill all your glycogen. Things like the act of training and working out itself depletes your glycogen stores. Glycogen is what's in the muscles. Your body converts it, of course, but it's the muscles, and it's what gives you endurance. It's the body's preferred source of energy. It's what it goes to first, unless you have certain diets, and it's what gives your muscles a big, fuller look. And, when you're nice and full, as long as you don't overdo it, which a lot of people do, that's why it takes specific planning, and you need someone like me or someone else. Just people who know how to calculate for individual people. But anyway, the two main reasons people do this: one, you're getting ready for an event, some endurance event, cycling, marathon, some kind of running. They provide long, slow-burning energy. That is, of course, if you eat the right kinds. You don't want to eat like cake and all that stuff. It's carbs, yeah, but it's also a bunch of crap. The other is for like a bodybuilding show. Typically, people vary their opinions. Some people don't do anything and they look great. Some people do the whole, lower their sodium, raise the sodium, lower the carbs, raise the carbs, all that kind of stuff in the weeks leading up to the show. And I've seen great results, and I've seen people mess up and do it wrong, and then I've seen people who didn't really look any different. So it all kind of depends on your body. But those are the two main reasons. Now, is it necessary? No, not completely. Carbs themselves aren't even completely necessary. Does it make everything better? Yes. Like when you eat a nice ratio of carbs, protein, and fat, everything's going to work in unison, and it's great. But you can't. Our bodies are amazing. What people want the carbs for is typically the insulin response that our bodies get. That drives nutrients in the muscles that you just worked, and that repairs, refills, builds muscle, and that's what we're looking for. But if you go long enough, I don't know if I did the video, I just got asked this again on an email, I think I did, about if low carb diets work. I'll go through my videos and check. If I didn't, then I need to do it, because I just got emailed that again. But they do. The problem is people don't want to stay on them long enough to really get your body into ketosis. And that's what your body will do is protein will give you almost the same insulin response. And people don't realize that as eating carbs. So you can't eat carbs and fat. You never want to go like way too low fat. I already talked about that. But you can go super low carb. Your body will convert what you put in, the protein, the fats, and all that. It will convert it into the glycogen that it needs. Our bodies are amazing things. So, because of that, is carb loading necessary? Besides certain events like marathons, you need endurance, shows. No, it isn't. But that is the main reason. So, there are reasons to justify doing it. Another one that I like, and that you can feel with your body for it to be true, is that if you go low carb for a certain amount of days, let's say you go low carb for 6 days out of the week, the seventh day, you do a massive refeed of carbs. I'm not talking about going crazy, going way over what you need. You know your number you need. You get up to that number. It can give you a great boost of metabolism. Also, it makes you feel a lot better. Like I said, getting your body into ketosis, which is what happens when you go long enough, with zero or super low carbs, the initial process can be difficult. I've seen people have a lot of difficulty with it. And sometimes your body just doesn't want to do it, especially depending how you've been living up to that point. So it typically doesn't always work. Now, if you do low carb for a certain amount of days, and then you do that refeed once a week, the next 3 or 4 days, you're going to be hungrier, your metabolism's going to run faster, and, I think you still feel fine. I don't do low carb. I do a nice balanced meal, meals all the time, like I've talked about before. But there are times, like when I'm cutting, when I did that show, it's to get your body fat percentage down. It can help, but you definitely feel the difference. At least I do. Some people function a lot better. I feel a difference. And I did go long enough to get into ketosis. I know for a fact. I checked. But anyway, yeah, so there are specific times, but is it necessary? Like on typical, no. The 6-day low carb, 7-day refeed thing, that's a little more carb cycling. I'm gonna save that for a whole nother topic because I could write a whole blog separate on that. But anyway, the ones you want to look for, of course, we should all know already. They are the complex carbs. You're talking about potatoes, sweet potatoes, or regular. There's not a huge difference. If you want to be technical, there is more of a difference in sweet potatoes. Yams, rice, brown or white. Again, there's not a huge difference, but technically there is a difference. Whole wheat stuff, some pastas. You want to do some fruits, but you want to limit them because of the sugar. So you want to eat the fruit, but don't go crazy over the fruit. And of course, there's the vegetables like broccoli that are fibrous and have a lot of carbs. Also, peas, stuff like that. Beans, lentils. I mean, there's quite a bit. You can do so much with oatmeal, of course. That's my favorite one. I love oatmeal. I eat oatmeal at least once every day, usually twice because I make a lot of shakes and I put oatmeal in my shakes. If you watch my videos, you see me do it all the time. But yeah, I love oatmeal, just not the packets. Old-fashioned oatmeal that you make, not the instant packets. But besides that, you're good to go. And you can do so much with such a broad spectrum of carbs. Just, cake, all the sweets, cupcake crap and all that stuff. That's what you don't want. But yeah, that's it. Quick little thing about carb loading. What it is, why people do it. Usually it's for an event of some kind, shows or whatever. Otherwise, you don't really need it unless you're carb cycling, then that's a whole different thing. But yeah, that's it. Thank you guys for watching. Hope you got a little more information out of this. Any comments, leave down below. I'd love to engage with you guys. Please like, share, and subscribe. I make at least 2 videos a week. Until next time, keep on lifting.